Hi everybody, my name's Shark and welcome to this episode of Let's Draw. This episode we're doing something a little bit special, a little bit different, and probably hopefully a lot more enjoyable. This time we're changing up gears and doing a picture of a rogue. Now this one's special because it's going to be a part of another video that I will be releasing later on. But so yeah. Okay. And also, this one is not just a face shot, it's a full body picture. So, should be more fun, more interesting, more enjoyable. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, now drawing full body is of course totally different. You generally want to start out with a stick figure. I've kind of got the whole stick figure thing going on here. As you can see, just basically setting up the wireframe. It's more or less the general idea. Get the framing of the face, the framing of the body, general shapes, legs, feet, all that good stuff. Of course, the main difference between a male and female body. The female body is a bit more, leaner and all that good stuff, and cinches up in certain areas and more shapely. But yeah, after I got the initial sketch wiring down, I'm fleshing out the body a bit more. I think I put down another layer after this to put a little bit more detail into the actual body, just to clean it up a little bit. Cause this one I definitely took my time doing. Because there's a lot more I'm gonna have going on with this one. As you can see, I spent a lot more time cleaning it up and getting it ready for other things. Let's just let it sit here. But yes, as you can see, yes, I just put down a new layer, faded out this one, and then here in a second I'm going. Okay, yeah, here we go. I start going to the face, into the eyes a little bit, more or less resembling the gene drawing. That video itself is like about roughly a year old at the time of the recording of this one. But I still use the same methods. I have changed up a little bit, but it's roughly the same as you can see. I generally start out with the face because the face is, the head itself is kind of a basis for the structure. It depends on how I feel. A lot of other artists, they don't even need to freaking start out with the whole wireframe thing. They can just start off somewhere and just go into. I can't do that. I need to have an outline, or else everything's all wonkified. There's some parts that are wonkified in this, as you will see, but I'm able to correct them with the magic of digital. Okay, so yeah. With this, I put the head on a different layer than I did the body. I wanted to keep it separated just in case I needed to adjust the head itself, because you can kind of see it here. I don't fix it till later, but the head is a little too big. That will happen sometimes. There's a lot of adjusting I still do with the body throughout the drawing, but yeah, as you can see, I'm getting a bit more of the shape down and doing more of the head adjustment. Kind of iffing it out with the clothing and get into the hands, trying to experiment with that perspective, which doesn't quite turn out. That's something I really need to work on. Same with that side. Now legs can be tricky. This one, okay. Yeah, legs can be tricky because there's a definite shape with the legs. If you don't get this definite shape down, it kind of looks retarded, especially when you're drawing women. Okay. With the calves, you definitely want to make them slim, and only really bulge on one side. With the feet, it's a bit more complicated. Feet can be tricky to do, but if you draw it enough times, like with anything else, it just takes practice. That one I kind of cut the foot out from there because it's all tucked up inside. Of course, she's in a pose like she's flying because I mean it's Rogue. She's up in the air. She's she's strong and all that good stuff. And see, getting the glove in on there. I kind of walked that hand up a bit and tried to fix it up later on. But I probably won't get into that until later on, until I do the next phase of the picture. But yeah, just doing a lot more cleaning up, especially with this coat. This coat takes a lot more work because it's actually baggy and generally kind of like more like a flight jacket. She's even got the lapels, which I always thought were awesome. I've always liked Rogue's jacket. This is, of course, her mid to late '90s design, which I really like. It's my favorite design of hers, mainly because of the jacket. I always thought that jacket was cool. Pain in the butt to draw, but it's cool, especially the collar. I have a hell of a time with the collar on this one. I've tried experimenting with it, trying to flop it around because collars can be tricky. And then try to get the X symbol in there with the folds because the way she has her sleeves, they're all rolled up and it's all baggy, it's all pushed up and all that stuff. So I mean, it's not going to be like straight on there. It's going to be in the folds. But yeah, and doing the back part of the coat, just kind of like flipped up a little bit because she's up in the air and getting the collar in on the costume. I've always liked this costume. Mainly because I think green and yellow are a good combination. And it's just, it's just a nice costume in general. And the breast, of course, is another thing I need to work on. Okay, yeah, see here, get back into the collar, trying to, just laying out a little bit more, working on the other collar, trying to put a little bit more shading under here to make it actually, give it some dimension. Trying to clean this up a little bit. Because the thing about the collar is it's not just straight, well, it depends on who's drawing it. Sometimes I see it just straight, not too much detail with a couple of lines in there, but generally it's more or less kind of like that, with the dimension being along the ledge, or edge, I should say. I'm sorry. It's pretty late right now, but where I'm at, or at the time of doing this, yeah. Anywho, okay, right now we're adjusting the leg, trying to get the shape of the actual calf itself. Here, I think I start going into the hair, which, like most people, most characters, Rogue in the 90s had that really puffy, kind of wavy hair, which I really like, which is fun. This is really my first attempt at doing it. I kind of like the way it turned out. I really like the way it turned out. Because generally I'll have the hair like flat down and try to put like a little bit of fluffiness into it, but this one I just went all out, trying to make it all fluffy and nice and cute. But yeah, okay, finishing up the face, putting some reflecting the eyes. The light reflecting the eyes is a key to make them really pop. Okay, you can sit there and just put the circle with the pupil and maybe a little bit of shade, a couple lines in here. But if you really want to make eyes pop, you need to put the light reflection in there, and it's easy. Yeah, the real trick is put as much shading in there as you can, and then just take the eraser and just kind of erase. Put a little bit of circle in there, put a little bit of circle in there, maybe a square, maybe a little line, and it'll just make a Plus, it'll also give you a reference for the light source for later on. Okay, here we go with the belt buckle. Of course, the thing about the Rogue's belt is it's loose. It just kind of like sits there on her legs, more or less, which I always thought was an interesting little touch. It doesn't really serve a purpose or anything. It's just there for freaking aesthetic reasons, which is cool. I mean, it works. It kind of breaks up the figure a little bit, and where it's not the same. But yeah, it's a nice little detail in there. Okay, and what am I doing here? Okay, trying to put some shading to define the ribs in between the legs. Putting a little bit of shading and work into the hair. On that part, I actually put it on a separate layer. Okay, remember how I told you I had the head on a different layer? No, I actually put the detail for the hair and some other parts on the same layer as the body, which created some problems when I finally adjusted the head to get the head just right. Because you can see I shook the head a little bit because I was looking at it, something didn't look right, asked my wife, and oh shit, apparently that was the end of the video. Alright, well, that's generally it for the picture. I'm going to be doing a lot more with this one. As you can see, I took a lot more time cleaning it up, and it just, of course, it generally just looks a lot better than most of the other sketches I've done for this little, for this series. So yeah, I'm going to make this into a actual speed drawing. I'm going to do a separate video where I actually go into the line work and the coloring and stuff like that. I'm not going to put any commentary for that. If you guys want later on, I'll try to get into more commentary dealing with line work and coloring, but not right now. As if you guys want. When it comes to coloring, I'm not that great. I do a lot of experimenting. I'm no expert with it. I need to study a lot more color theory and whatnot. But anywho, yeah, I should wrap this up. All right. If you guys like what you saw, give the video a like. Subscribe for more content, especially the speed painting of the speed coloring of this picture. If you guys are watching this on VidMe, awesome. Check out the link in the description below. There should be a link to my YouTube. If you guys want to check that out, just go on over there and check out some more videos by me. Probably give me a good sub. That'd be awesome. And there should be a link for this onto my DA account, where you can see the actual full JPEG. And give a like and all that good stuff. Comment, and I'm taking requests. If you guys want whatever you guys want to see, I'll take them. So yeah, that's going to be it for me, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Adios.